So what is the fuss about Taco Tuesday? There's been so much content about Taco Tuesday lately, but I'm going to try to put one video together about what's happened, what's going on, and what will happen in the future. There's a lot going on here, including discussion of genericide and geographical trademarks. How did we get here? In 1981, Gregory Hotel Inc. in New Jersey filed an application to register Taco Tuesday in Class 42 for restaurant services, with a first use date of February 6, 1979. The mark was issued a registration on the supplemental register. That registration subsequently lapsed because Gregory Hotel Inc. did not file the proper declaration to renew the registration. So, Gregory Hotel filed another application for Taco Tuesday on June 5, 1989. However, at this time, Taco John's had already filed its own application on March 23, 1989. These applications led to a concurrent use proceeding, with the end result being Taco John's would own the trademark in the entire United States except New Jersey, and Gregory Hotel Inc. would own the trademark registration in New Jersey only. In other words, there were actually two concurrent registrations for Taco Tuesday. Technically, the entity holding Taco Tuesday for Taco John's is a Spicy Seasonings LLC, but for simplicity, I'll refer to them as Taco John's. Fast forward 3 decades, Taco Bell filed an action to cancel the registration of Taco Tuesday, saying it should be freely available to all who make, sell, eat, and celebrate tacos. They noted in a cheeky tweet that they were feeling chaotic and took a full-page ad in the New York Times that they were freeing taco bleep. What was the legal reason Taco Bell filed the petition to cancel? Taco Bell argued that the mark is or has become generic. As you may recall, if a mark is generic for goods or services, it can no longer have trademark protection. Aspirin, Yo-Yo, Zipper, and Escalator are examples of trademarks that have gone generic. Xerox and Band-Aid are examples of trademark registrations that many say are in danger of becoming generic. Initially, Taco John's filed a response to Taco Bell saying it denies that enforcing its trademark rights against infringers who seek to profit from the goodwill it has created over the last 44 years violates any American ideal. Interestingly, Taco John's also admitted there are more infringers of the mark Taco Tuesday than it can send cease and desist letters and or sue. Ultimately, Taco John's voluntarily surrendered and abandoned its registration of Taco Tuesday. But what about the little guy? On a podcast linked in the description below, the owner of Gregory Hotel Inc. talks about how he doesn't even like tacos, but he knew he could sell a lot of them. He wasn't aware of any advertising or use of Taco Tuesday when he allegedly coined the phrase in the 70s. Apparently, ads in the 1930s advertised taco specials on Tuesdays, but this is not the same thing as Taco Tuesday. The owner of Gregory Hotel Inc. said that he sent many cease and desist letters to others using the phrase Taco Tuesday in New Jersey. He also noted that he doesn't have the money to pay attorney fees to take on a big corporation like Taco Bell. This whole debacle was probably just a marketing stunt by Taco Bell. This isn't necessarily pejorative, because trademarks are about marketing and branding. But it would be hard to argue that Taco Bell did not benefit from stirring the pot. The idea that this was altruistic and about allowing its competitors to use Taco Tuesday freely is a bit far-fetched in my opinion. What is the current status of Taco Tuesday? Gregory Hotel Inc. still owns a registration for Taco Tuesday in New Jersey. Taco Bell even acknowledged this in a recent email newsletter. It's time to celebrate, they said. The Taco Tuesday trademark is now free, asterisk, except in New Jersey. Sorry, New Jersey, we're working on it. Last Tuesday, Taco Bell sent another email, mark your calendars, on September 12th, enjoy tacos anywhere, on us. What will happen? Has Taco Tuesday become generic? I was born after 1979, so I can't speak to whether it was generic back then, but I had no idea it was a registered trademark before Taco Bell filed the cancellation action. Taco Tuesday is so widely used, it seems that it is probably generic at this point. I also don't live in New Jersey, so I have no idea whether the little guy will be able to prevail against a huge corporation, or even whether it should. As an attorney for many small businesses and entrepreneurs, I'm rooting for the little guy. I'm hoping the little guy will be able to prove it did what it needed to do to enforce its rights. Speaking of marketing, Taco Bell is also getting sued for false advertising. To be honest, I do love me a Crunchwrap Supreme registered trademark, no matter what it looks like. Especially when it comes to tacos, trademarks are fun.